Welcome to Fighting Saints Weekly, the last edition of the regular season. I'm Zack Fisch, the voice of the Dubuque Fighting Saints, here in the press box at the Mesquite Community Ice Center. The next action this building will see the Clark Cup playoffs, round number 1. Hey, we don't know the dates yet for the conference semifinals. Keep an eye on DubuqueFightingSaints.com, as well as in the paper, our social media, Facebook, Twitter, as well, as we'll update you when we know. We're still waiting on the results. It looks like the Saints will probably play Muskegon, but still an option to play the Youngstown Phantoms as well. As soon as we know that, we have the possible scenarios online. Take a look at those. We'll have a little bit more information about dates for the playoffs. Just know this, on your calendar, book off April 17th through 20th. We'll play 2 home games in that span. Which days, we don't know yet. But you want to book those off because you'll want to join us for the Clark Cup playoffs as the Saints make their run to the Clark Cup. You saw the excitement if you were here last Friday as the Saints were the Anderson Cup victors. They also won the Prairie Farms Cowbell Cup. We'll have highlights from the games this past weekend, as well as taking a look at the celebration from that game on Friday night. Taking a look at last week for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Before we get into that, should mention the Saints have 2 more games left in the regular season. Both are on the road this weekend. They take on the Omaha Lancers on Friday night, and then the Des Moines Buccaneers on Saturday. Both teams out of the playoff mix. Omaha just fired their head coach, or mutually parted ways, I should say. But our first visit to the Ralston Arena this year, beautiful new facility in Omaha, and then the Buccaneer Arena on Saturday. Let's look at last week first and foremost. Highlights. Last Friday night, the Saints won the Anderson and Cowbell Cup. They took on the Waterloo Blackhawks, and the game got started early with a funny hop. John Stevens, the recipient of this bad bounce, it hits the stanchion in the glass, pops in front. Stevens scores on Peterson, and it's 1-0 Dubuque. Saints would continue their success, but it'd take a little bit. Waterloo got the next 2 goals. This one came in the first period on a deflection by Mike Hunterbrinker, and the score was tied 1-1. Waterloo would make it 2-1 early in the second period. Taylor Camerata, the USHL's leading scorer, blasts one home, and the Saints find themselves down. But Jeff Taylor, the defenseman, would tie the game on the power play with 1 second left on the man advantage. It's 2-2 through 2. Nearly, that is. Headed into the third, the Saints actually found themselves down by a goal, beg your pardon. There's a late tally from Vincent Estroza. They got their own fortunate bounce of their own. As Waterloo gets the puck off the end boards, and Estroza knocks it in. It's 3-2, rather, going into the third, where the Saints would get a big goal late. Another sellout crowd at the Mesquite Community Ice Center, 3,259. Fighting Saints' 8th sellout of the year. Dylan Gambrell elated him with this goal as the Fighting Saints tied the game.
Over the blue line. Now line it to the corner, to the middle. Chris Matula, his shot saved. Rebound, they score! Dylan Gambrell in front of the net ties the game with 2:49 to play, and they are on their feet. They love it here in Dubuque.
So Gambrell got the goal for the Fighting Saints. They would go into a overtime session and a shootout. Unfortunately, the Hawks would win. But after the game, the Prairie Farms Cowbell Cup, as well as the Anderson Cup, will be presented. We'll get to that footage here in a second. Saturday, the Saints travel to Sioux Falls, the best team in the West against the best team in the East. This game would go to the Stampede by a score of 4-3 in regulation. Saints would get goals from the line of Joe Mano, Jaron Privatera, and Evan Jansen in this game. Saints were down 2-0 early in the first period. A pair of goals on Art Bry. Todd Skirving scored on a breakaway. But Joe Mano here gets a goal on a wraparound, and it's 2-1 after 1. Kyle Schemp scored a quick goal to start the second for Sioux Falls, but the Saints would quickly come back and tie it with 2 goals in 23 seconds. Joe Mano slammed into the goaltender but was knocked down from behind, so play was allowed to continue, and Jared Privatera flipped the puck in. It was 3-2. 23 seconds later, Mano puts a shot on goal. Jansen knocks in the rebound. Suddenly, it's 3-3. We go later into the second period. Their game-winning goal would come off the stick of Zeb Knutson for the Sioux Falls Stampede. He would make it 4-3, and that'd be the final as Sioux Falls got the win over the Saints. The game Dubuque played well, not enough to capture the victory as the Stampede with the win. Let's go back to Friday night, an exciting game for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. They won the Anderson and the Cowbell Cup. Let's take a look at that exciting celebration footage.
Your Fighting Saints, once again, by virtue of going to overtime against Waterloo tonight, have also clinched the Cowbell Cup Championship.
It is our pleasure to give to the Dubuque Fighting Saints on behalf of Prairie Farms the 2013 Cowbell Cup. Congratulations. ladies and gentlemen, just a few quick words for these guys. My name is Joe McDonald. I'm the Vice President with the USHL. Happy to be here tonight with Fighting Saints and the Dubuque fans. I just want to point out that, our 16 teams in the league on a regular basis do a great job in making the fans proud every night on the ice. These guys here in Dubuque have really excelled at it. Couple of quick points. A new league record for the most points in one season. The best home record in USHL. This Fighting Saints team has set a team record for the most wins in one season with 44. And the players and coaches, one thing that makes their job easy on the ice is having the best fans in the league. I know these guys play a long hockey game tonight, and they don't want to hear me talk. They want to hear you applaud for the 2013 Leadership Cup champion.
So the Saints would go 0-1-1 on the weekend, but hey, really at this point, guys need to stay healthy. Want to have your best foot forward going into the playoffs. The Saints still waiting their opponent. Again, pay-as-we-play packages for tickets are available. Visit DubuqueFightingSaints.com for more information and print out the sheet to sign up. Guarantee your same seat for all possible 9 home playoff games. We'll only charge your card if the Saints do play that game on that morning. Great way to reserve your seats. You'll want to join us for the Clark Cup playoffs. It's been a special season in Dubuque. These guys look to bring the Clark Cup back to our house here at the Mesquite Community Ice Center. 563-583-6880, DubuqueFightingSaints.com, as well as get your deposits down for 2013-14 season tickets. No better time than now to be entering our 25 Days of Heavenly Prizes contest. We'll have more information on that here in the next couple of weeks, as well as guarantee the same seat, great perks and benefits joining the Saints for the 2013-14 season. Well, it's been a fun year for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. The fun is not done yet. The Clark Cup playoffs start next week. More information coming on DubuqueFightingSaints.com. Follow us here on our Facebook page as well for more info. For Eric behind the camera, I'm Zack Fisch, the voice of the Fighting Saints. Tune in this weekend. We'll be on the air at 6:45 both nights in Omaha and Des Moines as the Saints close out the regular season. And then the real fun begins with the second season, the Clark Cup playoffs. That'll do it for Fighting Saints Weekly. Thanks for tuning in.